You gotta push through the obstacles. You gotta stop all the things that's coming your way. When there's a wall in front of you, you break it down. If the wall's too strong, then you climb over. If you can't climb over, then you just find another route. But you do what you gotta do, and you be fearless, and you make sure that every moment.
What's going on, friends and family? It's your boy Big Rich. I'm back with another video, here to give you that inspiration, that motivation that's gonna push you through your week to make sure that you stay on task with your course, whatever it is that you set out to do. If it's just being a boss, if it's just being the best employee, if it's being the best husband and wife, we're gonna make sure that we keep our state of mind. Yeah, that's right. We're talking about the state of mind today. How you gotta have the right mindset to be able to stay focused, to be able to stay on top of everything that you got to do. So today we're gonna use the story of the two wolves to demonstrate this. You got the negative wolf, you got the positive wolf. See, we all got these two wolves inside of us, and they're constantly battling each other. They're constantly going at it, and ultimately, the one that takes the battle is the one that's gonna put us in that type of state of frame. That's when we depressed, that's when we down, that's when we feeling guilt, or we're angry, or whatever the case is. So we gotta make sure that we're more aware, that we understand what's actually going on internally, so we can be in the right type of mind frame that's gonna get you to be where you wanna be, that's gonna get you the money you're trying to get, secure that bag, get the right type of relationships, whatever it is. So we're gonna break down the two different wolves and their attributes. We got negative wolf, right? We got hatred, envy, anger, jealousy, right? We gotta all stay away from that. Them is all emotions that's gonna drive you down the wrong path. Them is emotions that's just gonna attack your mind and your soul. So we gotta make sure that we're consciously aware that we're not staying in that type of mode. Yeah, life is gonna throw us curveballs, and sometimes we gotta reflect off that, but we just gotta learn from the pain, and then we gotta move forward. We can't let somebody take away our day. So we gotta make sure we stay away from that. And just mind you, if you stay in the type of angry state, I've been there. I've been angry for days, for weeks, for months on end. I've been in darkness. I had issues growing up with my parents on drugs where I didn't like the world. Where the next person, I just wanted to do something that I don't like to speak about now. But we got to make sure we stop that, because that's going to lead to a road of destruction. What else? We got stubborn, arrogance, ego, resentment. Them is things that's going to stop your ability to grow, to maximize your growing ability. Because if you're stubborn, you got anger and ego, nobody can tell you nothing. You're not able to see stuff from different views. You're only seeing it from one aspect. So what I'm telling you is you got to get off that. I know you're doing good. I know you're securing the bag at a job. I know you're the man, you're the woman, you're doing big things. But look, don't ever stop growing, because the day you stop growing, that's the day you need to go ahead and just die. And I don't mean to be so harsh, but that's just the reality. Every day we're growing. From the moment we're born, we're constantly moving forward. So let's stay up. Then we got self-pity, doubt, guilt, half-empty view. Them is things that make us weak. Them is weaknesses. I'm telling you right now, them is weaknesses. Them is gonna knock you down. If you have self-doubt, if you have self-pity, you're not able, that impels action. That stops you from moving towards your dream. That stops you from just going forward. So we gotta always knock that off. We all have moments when we're down, but you gotta understand, what don't kill us make us stronger. I know it's a cliche, but you gotta understand, anything that we reflect from, anything that we take pain from and we use reflection, that ultimately is gonna push us, it's gonna make us stronger. It's gonna take us and push us on another level. That's what's gonna get you to where you wanna be. You can't just keep giving up on the first thing that happened. You gotta have persistence, you gotta have a will that's just gonna make you a warrior, where you're always able to fight through, you're always able to get to the next level. Let's go. And then the last one out of the negative wolf is no empathy, right? No faith in themselves, no faith in God, no faith in the ability to believe in themselves to achieve anything they want. If they put in enough consistent discipline, action, and they make up their mind and say the heck with it, they just gonna grind. They just gonna do everything they need to do to make that happen. If you don't have none of that, if you're selfish, them is gonna destroy relationships. Them is gonna stop you from ultimately maximizing your potential. There's an old saying, they say, if you wanna go fast, you go alone. But if you wanna go far, you go together. So make sure that we're staying on top of that. And then we got the positive, have joy. You gotta have joy in your heart. You gotta have peace. You gotta have humility. You gotta have compassion. You gotta be selfless. You gotta be selfish. You gotta be willing to sacrifice for the greater good of the team and not just only be worrying about yourself. If you're not building nobody else up, then you're not really doing nothing. You gotta have a half full view. You gotta always see the good and stuff. You gotta always understand that there's gonna be a better side. Even when you're going through a storm, even when you're going through a darkness, it's gonna be a better picture on the other side. It's always darkest before dawn. Just remember that. And they shine bright. Type of person that just light up a room. Type of person that just get that energy to just maximize you. Type of person where you see them, you just automatically get happy because you know they're gonna have the type of energy. They're gonna have the type of atmosphere that's just gonna just make everybody feel good. And that's the type of person I want to be. And I feel like that's the type of person everybody should strive to be. To be a good person that's going to make other people feel good. And then We got humility. That's a big thing. In today's world, a lot of us ain't humble. To be honest with it, I still struggle with it. We get big-headed, we doing good, we doing successful, and we start to kind of close off certain relationships with people. Now, I ain't telling you to stay around people that's bringing you down, anybody that's going to hold you back. But we got to make sure that ultimately that we're still connected with one another, because at the end of the day, if you don't got people around you, what good is all the success? You don't got nobody to share it with. So them is the things that we talking about right now. Them is the negative wolf and the positive wolf, right? But here's the problem. The wolf that wins the battle is the one that you feed the most. So I'm asking you right now. What wolf are you feeding? What wolf do you feed on a daily basis? What wolf do you feed when you wake up in the morning? What wolf do you feed when you're going through a triumph and you're trying to get over? Do you go, oh man, everything always happened bad for me? Or man, why this had to happen? Or she came at me like this? Or you power through and you learn from it and you say, you know what? This might knock me down, but I'm gonna learn from it. I'm gonna examine the situation. I'm gonna make sure that I don't never make the same mistake. I'm guaranteed that I'm gonna fail again, but I'm gonna fail forward and I'm gonna always get up. I'm gonna always fall looking up at the sky. That way I can see the brightness and I can get back up and I can go ahead and keep doing it. But if you're looking at the ground and you're always looking at the worst of situations, you ain't gonna never be what you wanna be. You ain't gonna never hit your goals. You ain't gonna never stay on task with what you're trying to be. I don't care if you're just trying to be a better husband. I don't care if you're just trying to be a better business person. I don't care if you're just trying to be whatever it is. It doesn't really matter. This fits in all aspects of life. You gotta be able to control your state of mind. You got to be able to make sure that you feeding that positive wolf, because ultimately that's going to strengthen you. That's going to get you right. That's going to make you strong. That's going to keep you on task on your goals. That's going to uplift other people, that make them interested in you and make them want to be a part of whatever you're trying to be. So let's go, y'all. Let's do this. So I'm going to give you a couple of principles. I'm going to give you 3 principles to make sure that we always checking ourselves in our mind state. So principle number one is win your mornings. That's right. I said win your mornings. I know some of y'all don't like getting up early. I know y'all don't. I'm not telling you to get up at 3, 4, 5, or 6. But what I'm telling you to do, I'm telling you to give yourself enough time every morning to just do you. Give yourself time every morning just to be you, just to do what you love. I don't care if that's watching a TV show. I don't care if that's reading a book. I don't care if that's going into a coffee shop and getting you some Starbucks, or if it's just making you a good meal, or if it's just doing whatever you do, if it's going for a walk. Do what makes you happy. Get your mind in the right state that fuels you up. If you're getting up with only 20 minutes to go to work and it take you 15 minutes to get there, you're rushing, you're getting dressed on the way there, and you're in a panic state, you're in a rush state, then something happens at work, and guess what? Boom! Your whole morning is ruined. You're thrown off. You can't bounce back from it. Then you get into the afternoon and boom! Something else hits you. Life ain't gonna stop. You're always either in a problem, you're going through a problem, or you're headed towards a problem. So you got to be able to understand, okay, this isn't serving me, so let me throw it away. Which brings me to principle number 2. Keep your mind on the things you want and off the things that you don't want. You don't want to stay focused on the negative things. They're going to happen. Reflect from them. Grow from them. Use it as a tool builder. That's all you want to take from it. You don't want to stay in the misery. That does nothing. That does nothing but sit there and keep you in a sorrow. It keeps you in misery. So you got to be able to see it. You got to be able, like, you know what? I'm not like the way I'm feeling. Let me stay focused on my goals. Let me stay focused on the reason why I'm here at work, where I'm grinding, because this is just a pillar to push me somewhere forward that I'm grinding towards. So I'm just going to do my best, and I'm going to stay focused on what I'm doing. That's principle number 2. Principle number 3 is watch what party you attended. That's right. Watch what party you attended. We all got these parties we go to. We got a pity party, right? Got to stay away from the pity party, feeling sorry for ourselves. That ain't doing nothing. Woe is me. The thing about a pity party is nobody comes. Nobody comes to your pity party. So every time you throwing pity parties constantly, and you wonder why nobody don't want to hear your story, because nobody don't want to come to that. Then we got to watch out for a pride party or ego party, right? A lot of us struggle with that. We get prideful. We don't want to hear certain things when people trying to get constructive criticism, or something just might knock us off, and we want to, act all crazy and get hype. And it's like, I feel you. Like who's you talking to? Who's you talking to? Like, I feel you. But you can't just be to the point where you just walking around with an attitude and stuff because you're too prideful. You got to get out of that. And then selfish party, pig party, whatever you want to call it. You got to stop thinking only about yourself. You got to stop only thinking about yourself. I know some of y'all like, man, I'm just on my thing. I'm just trying to grind. That's cool. And I'm not telling you to take away your grind. I'm not telling you to take away your tunnel vision. All I'm saying is just understand your surroundings. Understand the people that's scared, that love you. Understand the people that's invested years in you. Understand the people that want the best for you, that's just trying to be a part of whatever it is you're trying to do. Build people up, man. I'm telling you, build people up. That's what's going to push you even farther. So, and then we got the last one, my favorite, the one The one when I was struggling with all my misery, when I was struggling with my parents doing what they doing, and I sabotaged myself in school, thought it was hurting them when it was really killing me. The past parties. That's what I'm talking about. And some of y'all some Steve Nash at the past party. Y'all averaging like 10 assists out there. Y'all constantly just dishing problems out. Like if this wouldn't have happened, if he didn't do this, nah, bump that. You gotta be the change. You gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta be the thing that's gonna change, that's gonna do what you need to change, that's gonna put you on the next level, that's gonna take you to the next level. Do you hear what I'm saying? If you're not focused on your grind, if you're not being intentional, if you're not setting goals, if you're not being persistent, if you're not fighting through the obstacles that life is gonna give you, the test, the persistence test, if you don't fight through them things, you're not gonna never be what you're gonna be. And until you take accountability, until you take accountability and stop saying it was this person's fault, until you take accountability and stop saying if my mom didn't do this, until you take accountability and say if I had better circumstances, you ain't gonna never see a change. So I'm challenging you, use these principles, think about them every day, all three. Win your mornings. Make sure you win your mornings. Get your mornings right for you. 2, keep your mind on the things you want and off the things you don't want. 3, make sure you watch what parties you attend. So that's what I got for you this week. Stay focused on them principles. Write them down if you have to. Record them on your phone. Make sure you're hearing them multiple times a day. That way you're getting that repetition. Until next time, it's your boy Big Rich. Stay healthy, stay wealthy. Peace!